James Garner, born James Scott Bumgarner on April 7, 1928, in Norman, Oklahoma, grew up in a small-town environment during the Great Depression, a period that shaped both his resilient character and grounded personality. His early years were marked by hardship. His mother passed away when he was just 5, leaving his father, Weldon Bumner, struggling to provide stability. Much of young James's life was spent moving between relatives and taking on odd jobs to support himself. These experiences instilled a quiet determination and deep empathy, traits that would later shine through in his work and screen presence. Military service and formative experiences. Before pursuing acting, Garner served his country with distinction. He left school at 16 to join the Merchant Marine and later served in the U.S. Army during the Korean War, earning 2 Purple Hearts for bravery. The discipline and courage he displayed in the military translated into his professional life, shaping the principled and steadfast characters he often portrayed on screen. Garner's wartime experiences left him with physical and emotional scars, but also a lasting humility and perspective on heroism, which set him apart in Hollywood. Entry into acting. Garner's path to acting was largely accidental. After returning from the war, he moved to Los Angeles and worked various jobs, including modeling for print ads. While helping a friend with a role, he was noticed by a talent agent who saw his natural charisma, calm demeanor, and striking presence. He began taking small roles in television and film, learning the craft through experience rather than formal training. Breakthrough with Maverick. His big break came in 1957 with the TV series Maverick, where he played the witty and reluctant gambler Brett Maverick. The show's clever mix of humor, adventure, and Western charm made Garner an instant star. Unlike traditional Western heroes, Maverick relied on wit and intelligence rather than brute force, reflecting Garner's own personality: charming, thoughtful, and quietly principled. Film career and versatility. In the 1960s, Garner seamlessly transitioned to film, starring in romantic comedies such as The Thrill of It All and Move Over Darling with Doris Day, as well as action-packed epics like The Great Escape, where he matched the intensity of co-star Steve McQueen. His charm made him relatable to audiences, while his subtle emotional depth earned critical acclaim. Unlike many of his peers, Garner avoided the pitfalls of fame, remaining humble, approachable, and deeply professional. Colleagues often described him as a gentleman, kind, and refreshingly genuine, a reflection of his character both on and off screen. The Rockford Files and television icon. In the 1970s, Garner returned to television with The Rockford Files, playing Jim Rockford, a private investigator who relied on intelligence and negotiation rather than violence. The role earned him an Emmy in 1977 and demonstrated his ability to reinvent the archetypal TV hero. Garner performed many of his own stunts despite chronic back issues, a testament to his dedication and professionalism. His work ethic and respect for his craft remained unwavering throughout his career, reinforcing his reputation as one of Hollywood's most dependable stars. Later, career and advocacy. Garner's later career showcased his versatility and emotional range. He appeared in films like Murphy's Romance, 1985, earning an Academy Award nomination, and The Notebook, 2004, where his tender portrayal of an aging husband caring for his wife resonated deeply with audiences. He returned to television for reunion projects of Maverick and The Rockford Files, proving that his appeal was timeless. Beyond acting, Garner was a respected advocate for actors' rights, often speaking against unfair studio practices and championing creative freedom. Marriage and family life. James Garner's personal life was defined by a rare and enduring love story. He met Lois Josephine Fleshman Clark in 1956 at a party, and the connection was immediate. Their courtship lasted just 16 days, culminating in marriage on August 17, 1956. Garner frequently joked about their $77 honeymoon, a reflection of his humility and humor. Their marriage endured nearly 6 decades, a remarkable feat in an industry often known for fleeting relationships. Garner and Lois weathered challenges, including 2 temporary separations, but always reunited, reaffirming the depth of their bond. Lois brought her own daughter, Kim, from a previous marriage into their home, and Garner stepped into the role of stepfather with patience and care. In 1958, they welcomed their daughter, Greta She Garner, who later became a producer and philanthropist. Garner's devotion to his family was evident in every aspect of his life, and he often spoke of his daughters with tenderness and pride. Views on Randolph Scott Garner was famously respectful and generous in his opinions about his peers, and his reflections on Randolph Scott were no exception. He described Scott as one of the most private and disciplined men in Hollywood, whose presence commanded respect without grand gestures or showmanship. To Garner, Scott embodied a classic, principled masculinity that was both rare and admirable. While Scott's private life remained largely a mystery, Garner believed this cultivated an aura of authenticity, free from gossip or publicity stunts. He admired Scott's professionalism, punctuality, and respect for everyone on set, noting that such consistency was rare in the industry. Garner saw Scott's demeanor as rooted in his Southern upbringing, reflecting honor, restraint, and dignity. Even when disagreements arose, Scott handled them quietly and with class, an approach Garner deeply respected. Scott's legacy, according to Garner, was not about fame or theatrics, but about steadfastness, authenticity, and integrity. He left an impression that endured because he lived by his principles and allowed his work to speak for itself. Garner recognized Scott's influence on generations of actors, noting that his example shaped what it meant to be a dependable, respected leading man in Hollywood. Enduring legacy. James Garner passed away on July 19, 2014, at the age of 86, just shy of what would have been his 58th wedding anniversary with Lois. Their relationship had endured the pressures of fame, long absences, and the passage of time, a testament to commitment, love, and shared values. Lois remained his anchor until her passing 7 years later, carrying forward the memories of a partnership that had been steady, loving, and deeply supportive. Garner's life and career reflected the same integrity, humility, and warmth he admired in others, including Randolph Scott. His charm, professionalism, and generosity left an indelible mark on Hollywood, shaping the standards of conduct both on screen and off. Through his work, family life, and reflections on peers, Garner reminded the world that true greatness is often quiet, principled, and consistent, grounded in respect for others and a commitment to one's own values. Reflection. James Garner's story is one of resilience, integrity, and love. From his challenging early years and wartime service to his breakthrough in television and enduring film career, he remained grounded and compassionate. His marriage to Lois and his reflections on peers like Randolph Scott reveal a man who valued authenticity, discipline, and quiet strength. Garner's life reminds us that success is not only about talent and fame, but also about character, empathy, and the ability to remain true to oneself amidst the whirlwind of public life.